let's have a car chat. I am headed to Tarzana to meet with a company called Aqua Financial. Those are my reusable bags in the back. If you are from California or you live in Los Angeles, I think it may be the whole state of California, but there are no more plastic bags and you have to pay 10 cents for each bag, and so I keep my reusable bags in the back seat for when I go to the grocery store. Today I want to talk about, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you truly ready to become a professional speaker? And when I ask that question, I'm asking because a lot of people want to get on stage and speak, and that's it. No preparation, no research or knowledge of your audience. You're speaking from the heart instead of speaking from bullet points or an outline. And most of us just want to be seen and heard. And we make it about us and what we want to do instead of making it about being a vessel to bring a message and share your gifts with the audience. For those of you who have no idea who I am, my name is Ramona J. Smith. I am a world champion of public speaking, a public speaking trainer and coach, keynote speaker, professional speaker, expert and master of all things public speaking. I'm planning on dropping more videos. That is definitely the goal. And as we know, hey, sunshine. But as we know, sometimes we put these things on the back burner and we don't be consistent. And so I'm working on some consistency with these videos, and that's why I said I'm in the car. Let me turn on this camera and start sharing my thoughts and my wisdom and my experiences with you all. A lot of people contact me. They find my information on the internet, and it's usually when they Google public speaking trainer or public speaking coach near me. And they call me, they reach out to me. Of course, we have the discovery call or the exploration call, whatever you want to call it. And I assess how I can help them. I listen to their problems, whatever problem they have with public speaking, and I make sure that I have a solution. And one of my programs or my one-to-one coaching is usually the solution. Sometimes I have to refuse a client because I can tell you just want the shine and you're not trying to put in the grind. You just want the shine and you're not trying to put in the grind. And what does that mean? That means that you just want to get on stage and be heard and seen. That's all you care about. And I hope it's not too wobbly, y'all. But I don't know how stable this phone holder is. But anywho, we're gonna keep it pushing. We're gonna keep it moving. I hope it's not too distracting. But if you are someone who's like, I just want to get on stage, I just want to speak to anybody, anywhere, you still have work to do. If you're somebody who's like, I don't even prepare, I don't know, I just get up there and speak from the heart, you still have work to do. I don't care if you are the most talented, naturally gifted person who can speak on any subject for an hour. That's not professional speaking. What makes it professional is the time, the energy, and effort that you put in to prepare for getting on the stage. It's not all about just getting up there and speaking and being seen and heard. It's much more deep than that, okay? It's much more deep than you just getting on a stage to be seen and heard because you want to say you spoke somewhere or because you like the attention that speakers get when they get on stage. That is doing a disservice to the audience, man. That is doing a disservice to the audience, and I don't do that. I don't work with people just to be like, okay, I'm about to put you on stage. Go. No. When you are blessed with a speaking opportunity, you are responsible for researching your topic. You are responsible for knowing a little bit about your audience. You are responsible for preparing a presentation or a speech that is going to add value to that audience. That is your responsibility as a speaker. To be just completely direct and blunt with you, nobody cares that you can speak for 30 minutes without preparation. Nobody cares that you're a good speaker or people have told you you're a good speaker. What they care about is what's in it for me. When you get on that stage, what am I going to get from it? How am I going to be inspired or motivated or persuaded or informed? That's what people care about. It's a lot of ego in people wanting to be public speakers. There's a lot of ego in that. I want to be seen. I want to be heard. I want to be the biggest, the baddest, and the best. And we lose sight of what we're actually supposed to be doing it for. You want to inspire. You want to persuade. You want to inform. You want to motivate. You want to empower. And it's very difficult to do that in an effective way if you just get up there and speak from the heart. It is much better to prepare. Now, there will be situations where sometimes you don't have time to prepare, or they call you and say, come on and just give us a couple of words of encouragement, and you don't have time to prepare. That's why you practice impromptu speaking. And if you work with me, we will practice impromptu speaking. Practice speaking off the cuff, or extemporaneous speaking is what they call it, is what we call it in the industry. And that helps you to be able to compile a list of points that you want to say. It helps you think about it quickly. I have frameworks that will help you structure what you want to say when you're speaking on the spot. That way you don't talk way too much and go all around the mulberry bush, is what I call it, because you have no idea what you want to say, how you want to say it, and how you want to formulate it. So most people just start yapping, they start rambling, and they even forget what the initial question is in the first place. I'm using my watch as GPS since I'm talking to you guys. And if you want to really be a professional speaker, you have to put the work in and the practice in. It's just like anything else that you want to do, and you want to be good at it. It's just like sports. It's just like music. It's just like anything that you want to be good at, you have to practice. You should never be getting on that stage cold. And what I mean by cold is you have not done any preparation. You have not done any research. You have not done any brainstorming, any pre-writing, any pre-planning. You just get up there and speak. No, we're not doing that in 2026. We are preparing. We are coming in hot. We are warming up the voice. We are making sure we know our audience. We are making sure we know our topic. We are making sure we know what the event planner's expectations are of us, and then we're going to deliver. We're going to deliver strong. I often think about this when I think about LeBron James and even Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was in the gym for hours, even when he had championship rings, and even when he knew he was the best player or one of the best players in the NBA, he still went to practice. He still was in the weight room. He still was stretching. He still had a personal trainer, because it's an ongoing process. It's the same with public speaking. Even if you've spoken 1,000,000 times on the same topic, how can you make it better? How can you improve it? How can you give even more value to a talk that you already have, or to a talk that you've already given? What's new? What are some new statistics, some new data? What are some new things that you can add? What are some new zhuzh or sparkle or flair that you can add? What new stories can you add? And that's where the preparation comes in. So once again, I ask you, are you really ready to be a professional speaker? That is practice. That is research. That is potentially coaching. You have to put the reps in, put the time in, and put the hours in if you want to be a better speaker, or if you want to be a speaker in general. There are some things that you just have to polish. Timing is one of those things. If someone gives you 15 minutes to speak, you have not prepared, you have not timed yourself, you have not practiced in the mirror with the timer on your cell phone or HomePod device or laptop, and you don't even know how long it takes you to say what you were going to say, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get on that stage and you're going to go under time or overtime because you have not properly prepared. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Do you want to be a poor performer, or do you want to be that speaker that they keep asking to come back year after year, event after event, month after month? Professional speaking is much different than you wanting to be a speaker. It is a profession. It is something that you have to practice. You don't need a degree, but you need reps. You need experience, and you may need a little bit of guiding and coaching, if this is not your lane. I've been doing this for a long time at a very high level, so that qualifies me to teach, to train, and to help people find stages that are right for them. Every stage is not right for you. You don't have to speak everywhere to anyone about anything. That is doing a disservice to the audience. Just because you can talk for a subject for 30 minutes or more with no preparation, you could just be talking, just yapping, and there's not a drip drop of value coming out of your mouth. There's a difference between talking and speaking. Big difference between talking and speaking. A lot of y'all can talk, but can you speak life? Can you speak persuasion? Can you speak empowerment? Can you speak to the issues that these people are going through that need a word from somebody with confidence and with experience? Again, if you've ever worked with me, you know that my formula for confidence is preparation plus knowledge. Preparation plus knowledge. If you are prepared and you're speaking about something that you have knowledge or experience on, you will have the confidence to get up there and knock them out the box. But when you're thinking about becoming a professional speaker, really ask yourself, are you ready? And readiness is going to come with a couple of things in your toolkit. It's going to come with, do you even have a bio as a speaker? Do you have a bio? They're going to want to know who you are. They're going to want to know a little bit about you. Do you have professional pictures? They don't have to be $1,000 headshots, but if you can take some decent pictures of your face and in some professional attire with a professional background, you can do it on your iPhone. Do you have professional photos? They're going to want to see your face. They're going to ask you for these things. Do you have your key takeaways and objectives for what your talk is going to be about? Do you have the outline to what your talk is going to be about? Do you have the topic? Do you have the title of what your talk is going to be about? Do you know how much you're going to charge these people? What is your speaker fee? Do you know how much you want to charge these people to have you come in and speak? What is your speaker fee? All these things you need to know. And there are several other things that you may want to have, like a speaker reel or a speaker demo with clips of you speaking on stage, or if you have a website that shows you speaking or some links to you speaking, that would be helpful as well. And if you have none of these things, you're not ready yet, and that's okay. But the fudge cake, what the fudge cake? Hey, because you on the phone. But anyways, yes, LA traffic, y'all, LA traffic. If you don't have these things, you're not ready, and that's okay, because that's why you have people like me and other coaches who want to help you to get to where you want to go. But it's not something that's going to happen overnight. Just because you have 1 hour with me and you feel so happy and just exuberant about what we went over, it still is a process. It is a process. You cannot be the next greatest speaker overnight. It takes years, or at least months, depending on how astute you are, depending on how teachable you are, depending on how determined and consistent you are. You could get there in months. But for most of us, it takes years to get where we want to go. It is not an overnight process. It is not all about you. It is not the you show. I used to be that person. It used to be all about me. I used to just want to get on stage to be seen and heard. So that used to be, that was me. But I realized that I was, one, inspiring and then abandoning. And two, I wasn't adding value because I just wanted to talk about me the whole time. And you want the audience to say, me too, instead of, oh, I see. Okay, I see what you're saying. No, you want them to be able to connect with you and relate to you. And you do that by using your stories and your experience to help them overcome the challenges and obstacles that they're experiencing. You don't just get on there to share your story and then go home. That doesn't help anybody. That's not helpful. That's not effective. That's not efficient. That is just you getting up there and basically reading an autobiography. People don't care that much. People don't care. They don't care about you until they know you, like you, and trust you. And how can you do that? By getting on the stage and speaking directly to their problems. What problem are you solving for them? Are you organized? Can they follow what you're saying, or are you all over the place? Do they know what you're going to talk about? Do they know kind of what to expect? And are you wowing them? Do you have a wow factor in your speech? You don't have to be overly animated or use a bunch of props. It's not theater, but people still have a very short attention span. We have a very short attention span. So is there something that you can do? Your vocal variety, your voice modulation, the way you tell the stories. How are you going to keep them engaged? And these are all things that you need to think about before you hop your excited self on that stage or behind that microphone or on that camera. If you need help with these things, I am here for you. My prices are reasonable. I'm very flexible, and it is virtual. You don't have to leave the house. If you want to work with me one-to-one or join one of my programs, you know how you can get in contact with me. If you don't, here's how. You can go to my website, RamonaJSmith.com. Leave me a message on my website. You can email me, ispeak@RamonaJSmith.com, or you can text or call me 216-309-2341. I'm here to help you get ready, to help you get prepared if you really have a passion for public speaking. But I don't want you to get on that stage cold. I don't want you to get on that stage ill prepared. I don't want you to get on that stage just strictly operating outside of your ego, because that doesn't serve anybody but you. And that's not what public speaking is all about. That's not what a gift of speaking is all about. A gift is meant to be given. A gift is meant to be given. If you are not giving the gift of using your voice to inspire, empower, inform, persuade, motivate, you're not giving a gift. You're keeping that to yourself, and that's not fair, and that's not okay. I would love to work with you. I hope you gain some knowledge and some insight from that, and really ask yourself, am I ready? Am I ready? And a lot of us are overly confident. So of course I'm ready. Of course I'm ready. But a lot of people I put to the test, and every time I put them to the test, they are not ready. If you told me, Ramona, I'm ready to get on stage right now, and I put you on stage, 9 times out of 10, you're going to fumble. You're going to fumble and you're going to falter. And I don't put people in positions to fail. That's why if you tell me you're ready to do a 30-minute keynote right now, cold, I'm going to put together an audience and you're going to do a mock keynote, and I'm going to see what you got. And most of the time, almost every time, the person I put to the test, put some fire under your tail, you're not ready. And that's okay. But accept the fact that, hey, I may need a little more help. I may need a little more education. I may need a little more coaching. I may need a little more preparation. Accept it. Accept it. It's okay. I'm not here just for your money. I'm actually here to help you reach your goals. Again, RamonaJSmith.com. I speak at RamonaJSmith.com, or call or text me 216-309-2341. Would love to work with you. Would love to see you shine. Would love to see you at your highest level. Would love to see you operating at a very high level when it comes to public speaking. That is my goal, to help you reach your goals. Thank y'all so much for tuning in with me. Let me get to Tarzana, get off this camera, get off this phone, because I'm in this traffic, but as you can see, we're not moving much. But thank you so much for your time, and I will see y'all in the next one.